Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Jill and today I'm going to be talking about all of my completed series. So let's get started. I've been meaning to do this video for such a long time, but I just kept putting it off, and I'm finally going to be doing it today. I'm pretty sure this video is self-explanatory, but I'm going to be showing you guys all of my completed series, as in all the series that I have read all the books for, and all the books have been released. As in, I'm not going to be talking about series where I'm caught up on them, like the Throne of Glass series. Like, I'm caught up on that series, like I've read all the books that are out, but like the series isn't done being published yet. So I'm only going to be talking about the series that I have read where all the books are out and the series is done, basically, because if I talked about all the series that I was caught up on as well, this video would be so long. So yesterday I was looking at my bookshelves and I was counting all of these, and I have 28 completed series, which is insanity. So in this video I'm going to be including duologies, trilogies, and series, which are 4 books or more. It's going to act as kind of a record for both myself and for you guys, so you can know like what series I've completed, what series I haven't completed, and all that kind of good stuff. I'm not really going to go in depth with like summaries and stuff because, like I said, I have 28 and I don't want this video to be really freaking long, so I'm mostly just going to show them, put them away, and that'll be that. Okay, let's just get into it. First up, I have the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I didn't get down the rest of the books because I assume we know what Harry Potter looks like. I've read the series twice. Next up, I have the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, including Mistborn, The Well of Ascension, and The Hero of Ages. I am aware that there are more books that follow this. I consider this the core trilogy that follows the same characters, even though there are books like set way in the future after these books. I consider this to be a separate sort of completed entity, if that makes sense. Next I have the Maze Runner trilogy by James Dashner, including the Maze Runner, the Scorch Trials, and the Death Cure. I'm aware that there are 2 other sort of like novella kind of books out, but this is the original trilogy, so I'm counting this as a completed thing also. Next I have the Darkest Minds trilogy by Alexander Bracken, including The Darkest Minds, Never Fade, and The Afterlight. Love these books. Next up I have another classic, and that is the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, including The Lightning Thief, The Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian. Next up I have the Vampire Academy books by Michelle Mead, including Vampire Academy, Frostbite, Shadowkiss, Blood Promise, Spiritbound, and The Last Sacrifice. Next I have the Splinter trilogy by Agee Howard, including Splintered, Unhinged, and Ensnared. I love these books so much. It's like an Alice in Wonderland retelling. They're fantastic. Now I have the Daughter, Smoke and Bone trilogy by Lady Taylor, including Daughter, Smoke and Bone, Days of Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Gods and Monsters. One of my first fantasy series I've ever read. Again, fantastic. And now I have the Wrath and the Dawn duology by Renee Ahdieh, including The Wrath and the Dawn and The Rose and the Dagger. Next I have another classic, the Divergent Trilogy by Veronica Roth, Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant. Next I have the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, The Lost Hero, The Son of Neptune, The Mark of Athena, The House of Hades, and The Blood of Olympus. Next I have the Just One Day duology kind of companion novel kind of thing, including Just One Day and then Just One Year. And sort of going along with that, I also have the If I Stay duology by Gail Foreman, once again, If I Stay and Where She Went. Next up I have the Rebel Belle trilogy by Rachel Hawkins, including Rebel Belle, Miss Mayhem, and Lady Renegades. The first book in this trilogy is fantastic, the other 2 not so much. Next I have the Raven Cycle Quartet by Maggie Stiefvater, including the Raven Boys, the Dream Thieves, Blue Lily Lily Blue, and the Raven King. Next I have the Anna and the French Kiss companion novel trilogy kind of thing, including Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and Isla and the Happily Ever After. Next up I have the Air Chronicles by Cynthia Williams Chima, including the Warrior Heir, the Wizard Heir, the Dragon Heir, the Enchanter Heir, and the Sorcerer Heir. Next up I have the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, including Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. And then of course I also have the Six of Crows duology, also by Leigh Bardugo, including Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. Next up I have another classic, and that is the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins, including The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. Next up I have the Legend Trilogy by Marie Lu, including Legend, Prodigy, and Champion, and this was the first trilogy that I ever read, so it for sure has sentimental value to me. Next up I have, of course, Twilight by Stephanie Meyer, including Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. This is another classic, obvious one. one. Next up, I have the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. I actually don't have the rest of the books. I only have the last two because I borrowed the other ones from my friends, but I'm sure you guys know about the Mortal Instruments books, including City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angels, City of Lost Souls, and City of Heavenly Fire. And going along with that, of course, I've also completed the Dark Artifices series, including Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess. Next, I have the 5th Wave Trilogy by Rick Yancey, including the 5th Wave, the Infinite Sea, and the Last Star. The Last Star is probably my least favorite book ever, to be honest. Next up, I have the A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy by Sarah J. Maas, including A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, and A Court of Wings and Ruin. And as you can see from my tabs, this is my favorite trilogy of all time ever. Next up, I have a trilogy that I just finished extremely recently, and that is the Shades of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab, including A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, and A Conjuring of Light. And last but certainly not least, I have the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, including Cinder, Scarlet, Crest, Fairest, and Winter. So there you guys have it. Those are all of my completed series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have better insight into all the series that I completed. I am so hot right now because where I live, it's like 115, and I have these umbrella lights on and the window open, and I'm so hot right now, you have no idea. Anyway, let me know down below if you've read any of the series that I've mentioned. Did you like them? Did you hate them? Let me know down below, and let me know your favorite series at the moment is. And my Goodreads, Twitter, Bookstagram, and personal Instagram all linked down below for you guys if you want to follow me on those platforms. And yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you guys later in another video. Bye!